Hello? Hello? ASTROX 100! Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. I know I just posted yesterday, but this is a very special video, so it doesn't matter. I'm pushing this upload out and I'm pretty sure you guys want to see it. This is the ASTROX 100. So there are two variations. There's the ASTROX 100 ZZ and there's the ASTROX 100 ZX. These two rackets are almost identical, but there are some key differences that separate them apart. So in this video, I'm not going to be doing some in-depth analysis of these rackets, nor will I be reviewing them because, quite frankly, I haven't tested them yet. This is simply a first look video and I'm just highlighting some differences between these rackets and some older models. So the current flagship of the ASTROX series is the ASTROX 99. If you haven't checked out the review, press the top right corner of this video. You may be thinking, well, it's just another one of those rackets and it's just going to be similar, the change isn't big, and yeah, it's just probably going to be a sleeper. Well, despite the name having ZZ in it, this is a racket that you do not want to miss out. At a glance, the ASTROX 100 ZZ is very similar, but if you look into it closely, you can see there are major differences between this racket and the 99. So right off the bat, if you look at the frame shape, it looks a bit more elongated and a bit more square. That is to increase the sweet spot size, and it's meant to highlight the benefits of the isometric shape a bit more that has been really successful on rackets for a long time. In addition, it is back, tucked-in grommets on rackets. Whoa! I've been wanting a racket with tucked-in grommets on the ASTROX series for a very long time. I was hoping they'd do so on the ASTROX 99, but they didn't. And it turns out it's because they're working on the ASTROX 100 in the background. These two rackets aren't simply upgrades of like the previous ASTROX rackets. These two are unique releases with their own special kind of playstyle inspired by the past rackets. So in the past before, the big highlights is the ASTROX 77, the ASTROX 88s and the ASTROX 99. So the ASTROX 77 is medium flexed and it's the first flagship of the ASTROX series. And it was great, I really like it, and I still really like it a lot. Then you have the ASTROX 88, amazing. Honestly, I cannot stop talking about these rackets. Like, up to this point, the two ASTROX 88s are still my favorite rackets, but I have a huge feeling that won't last for long after I test the ASTROX 100. The ASTROX 88 is mainly for doubles and it's quite quick and powerful. There's two variants of it. You have the S here, which is mainly for forecourt play, and then you have the D, which is the power play. The 99 is like the big smasher, the big heavy hitter, mainly for singles players. And it's quite a hefty racket and a lot of people find it hard to use. ASTROX 100 is meant to combine all those positives of the previous rackets and improve on it by using newer technology. The ASTROX 100 is due to release on March 20th, so that's a month and 10 days. I mean, I'll try to put out the review before the release date so you guys kind of have an idea of what the rackets are like before you get them. One thing you cannot spot right off the bat is the actual shaft technology. Of course, you know in badminton rackets, thinness of the shaft and the material that it's made from makes a big difference in the way it plays. The ASTROX series sports a very special kind of graphite called the enam graphite. So previously on almost every single badminton racket, you have a shaft which is hollow and is made of graphite. This time, the shaft on the ASTROX 100 ZZ is completely filled and solid, full of the enam graphite. It's meant to give you a bit more snapback and a bit more power, but I'm yet to test that out. Also, if you look at the control cap area, you can see there's a new shape on it, and honestly, it is really comfortable. Like when the energy boost cap first came out on the ASTROX 88, I really liked it. But I did find on the thumb area, it is not the most ergonomic. And this time they changed it up and it literally fits your thumb, like exactly. These two rackets look very similar, and from afar you'll probably think they're the same racket, and it's probably hard to distinguish them until you look up close. So on the ASTROX 100ZZ, you can see there are slight blue accents on the side, and on the ASTROX 100ZX, you have slightly greener accents on the side. What's interesting about this paint job is, well, you don't really see it in badminton rackets, but this one has like half matte and half glossy. See, personally, I prefer matte rackets because they look a bit more premium and they look a bit sleeker, and especially like the Z Force 2 looks really stealthy. But I also like the flashiness of glossy rackets, and yeah, I find it's quite cool to have best of both worlds on this racket. The ASTROX 100ZX has a slightly different shaft to the ASTROX 100ZZ. It uses Rex's graphite technology, and I'll analyse it a bit more when it comes to the full review. But what you can immediately spot on the shafts of these rackets in hand is that they are really slim, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like normally when a new racket comes out, the shaft is like, oh, it's meant to be slimmer, oh, okay, great, but you can't really see the difference. But especially on the ASTROX 100ZZ, the hyper slim shaft is honestly mind-blowing. Like, it is crazy slim. And honestly, I'm really interested to know how the solid and slimmer shaft will play in comparison to all the other ones. I'm yet to string these rackets up with BG66 Force. It's currently my favourite string. I tested it in Malaysia for the first time before. If you haven't seen the vlog, you can also press the top right corner, and it's absolutely amazing. I like that string a lot. The two recommended strings for these rackets is, if you are a power player, go for the BG66 Force, and if you're a control player, go for like the Aerobyte Boost. So just some quick stats on these rackets. We have the 4U G5 editions. The recommended string tension is between 20 to 28 pounds of tension. Without going into too much detail in this video, one more important point that you need to know is that the ASTROX 100ZZ is supposedly like the more premium edition of this racket compared to the standard edition, which is the ASTROX 100ZX. Both of them are really premium rackets though. Don't mistake the ZX to be a cheap racket. Premium Yonex rackets are typically just made in Japan, and so this is the same thing for the ASTROX 100ZZ, but they did something different this time for the ASTROX 100ZX. They made the shaft, which is the most like technological part of the whole racket, in Japan, and then they made the frame in Taiwan. So making the frame in Taiwan helps to reduce the cost, but it doesn't sacrifice the quality. One big misconception that some people have is that they think, oh, if it's made in Taiwan, then it's not going to be as good as in Japan. But Yonex actually has their own kind of factories and their own quality control measures established in Taiwan as well. So rest assured, the racket quality is going to be just as good. The Rex's shaft on the ASTROX 100ZX is a hollow standard conventional shaft. It's only on the ASTROX 100ZZ that it has the new solid core. Both of these rackets have a long size, and they're 10mm longer than conventional rackets. This is very much like the ASTROX 88D. The rotational generator system and the balance has been reworked a bit, and they also sport a brand new T-joint. It's meant to be stronger and lighter. So as you can probably notice by now with the super slim shaft and also the tucked in grommets, this racket focuses on reducing air resistance a lot. This is meant to help you have a faster swing for better power and also give you better handling. And this leads on to the point that this racket is meant to be more all-rounded than the other ASTROXs that has been released. For example, the ASTROX 88s, they're very oriented towards doubles, and the 99 very oriented to singles. And this one kind of sits like nicely in the middle. It's basically like an ASTROX 77, but just more advanced. And in the ad, you may notice it says there's some sort of flex. I think that's quite misleading because the actual stiffness of the shaft is extra stiff, and it means you'll get good control. I just suppose in the ad they're referring to the snapback using the shaft, and not exactly that, it's just uncontrolled flex. I can't wait to string these up and test them and give them my opinion in the full review, and I'm actually really curious to know the differences in the way these two rackets play. In addition, I'm looking to possibly compare it to some of these older rackets. Comment down below which racket you want to see compared to the ASTROX 100 Most 2 from the older ASTROX series, and also make sure to like this video if you want to see the review soon. I will be checking how many likes and stuff on there just to see how much you guys want to see the review, and if you guys really want the review soon, I'll make sure to put it out really soon, and I promise that. Stay tuned for future videos, and thank you for watching. But before we end the video, thank you so much to my Patreons for supporting me all along and keeping this channel running. On Patreon, I post weekly exclusive content. Please check the Patreon link down in the description below, and we'd love to have you there.